Piers Morgan got in an epic shouting match with a guy by the name of Alan Gottlieb last night. This guy is a gun anarchist who, get this, originally scheduled a pro-gun protest on the first anniversary of the Sandy Hook massacre.
It's still utterly shocking to contemplate the fact that 26 people, 20 of them first graders, were mowed down by disturbed gunman Adam Lanza at Sandy Hook Elementary School. We're approaching the first anniversary of that massacre, and some gun groups want to mark the day with an event they're calling Guns Saves Lives Day. Joining me now is Alan Gottlieb, whose Second Amendment Foundation is a key sponsor of the event. Mr. Gottlieb, welcome to you. I know that you've just moved the day now for your plan of action to the day after December the 14th. This was after huge pressure, not least from the families in Newtown who were outraged. But let me go back to your decision to announce, and these are your words, we are proclaiming Saturday, December the 14th, which is the first anniversary of Sandy Hook, as Guns Save Lives Day. In the coming weeks, you can go to gunsaveslivesday.com and get updates on this open source national project that all freedom-loving organizations are about to be a part of. We're going to show America that there is a good side to guns. Why did you think that December the 14th would be a good day to show Americans the good side to guns, Mr. Gottlieb?
Well, Piers, we picked that date because the gun prohibition lobby was planning on accelerating and launching their new attacks on 80 million law-abiding firearms owners' firearms civil rights. So we picked it in response to that. We were planning on starting each event off with a moment of silence and a prayer, by the way, but we decided to move it to the 15th so that our message would be loud and clear. And by the way, December 15th happens to be Bill of Rights Day, so we moved it one day in the hope that the anti-gun rights movement in the United States would back off as well.
Yeah, obviously it had nothing to do with the Bill of Rights Day. You would have made it that day to start with. So let's just go to what the reaction was from the Newtown families. Erica Lafferty, the daughter of murdered Newtown principal Dawn Hochsprung, said December the 14th is a sacred day for Newtown families. This should be about our loved ones, not this disgusting political stunt. These people will be trampling on the graves of the innocent children and educators who were murdered that day. Why are you laughing?
Because that's totally over the top. That's not what our intent was. That's not what anything we were going to do was. And again, not all the Newtown families, by the way,
you plan a campaign.
Piers,
wait a minute.
Piers, how many days?
Wait a minute, Mr. Gottlieb.
How many days?
Wait a minute. You plan a campaign to promote the good side of guns on the first anniversary of the worst mass shooting at a school in American history, and you had the gall to laugh when I read out a quote from one of the victims' families. How dare you?
We're in Britain where they've banned guns, and you think that's great.
Yeah, how many gun murders do we have a year in Britain, Mr. Gottlieb?
Well, actually, if you read the reports today,
how many gun murders a year?
Department in Britain, well, one of the problems is the data given out by Britain is not accurate. There's a big story about it today. I don't know the answer because the data given out by Britain is not accurate.
Let me help you. Let me help you, Mr. Gottlieb.
Read the stories today in today's news, and you'll see that data is not accurate.
Thank you.
And people in Britain are going crazy.
Let me give you some accurate data. 35 people on average.
But they've just admitted the data is not accurate.
Give me some time, please.
We don't have accurate data from Britain now.
Mr. Gottlieb, be quiet. 35 people a year on average are killed by guns in Britain, right? In America, it's 11 to 12,000. And you know the reason so many people get killed by guns in America? Because idiots like you, and I'll use that word very deliberately, think it's funny to laugh in the middle of me reading out a statement from the victims' families at Sandy Hook.
Piers, all your emotional rhetoric doesn't solve any problems. All it does is polarize the situation and make it toxic so we can't get good answers to solve the problems. It's people like you that have politicized it, not me.
No, it's people like you that have politicized it. Look, here's the problem with the gun debate in America. It's gun anarchists. Anarchists. I don't use that term loosely, but that's what they are. Gun anarchists versus everyone else. And the gun anarchist is a tiny, tiny percentage of the population. But it's gotten to the point that even though we completely and utterly outnumber them, they have on their side the gun manufacturers and the NRA who buy the politicians. So they've won all of the policy battles, even though we have tremendous majorities supporting our policies according to the polls. And when I say that, I mean the majority of Democrats, Independents, Republicans, and even gun owners, get this, even NRA members agree with us in terms of policy, right? But it's the NRA leadership which take money from the gun manufacturers, so that's how they get paid, and then they also give that money to the politicians also and buy them, and then they are their puppet masters. So the people who should least be affecting policy in the United States when it comes to guns are the people who are affecting the policy and who are controlling the policy. Look, bottom line, I'm incredibly moderate on the issue of guns, right? So many people, they put comments in, on YouTube whenever there's a segment we do about guns that goes on YouTube, and they call me all sorts of names, and they say, I'm in favor of taking away your guns. That's nonsense. What I am is incredibly moderate. I'm not a gun anarchist. So, should you be able to get a rifle? Yes. Shotgun? Yes. Handgun? Yes. Where do I draw the line? Well, number one, there should be a universal background check, no exceptions whatsoever, and there should be strict rules, rigid rules associated with it. So if you have mental health issues in the past, if you're a criminal, if there's any reason to suspect that there's going to be a future problem, boom, you get it taken away. Sorry, buddy, that's how it works. You shouldn't have fucked up in the past, and you shouldn't have given us reason to think you're going to commit something bad in the future. So you need a full universal background check. You need a ban on high-capacity magazines because that does make a huge difference. It's mathematics. They wouldn't be able to kill as many people in these shootings if they didn't have as many bullets in the chamber. And also, you should ban assault weapons, because a weapon that is explicitly for use in the battlefield and its only use is to either kill people or practice to kill people, a gun that you don't need for hunting, right? The civilian population shouldn't have access to that, like they shouldn't have access to tanks and RPGs and nuclear weapons and chemical weapons and F-22s and you name it. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to win on this issue until money gets out of politics, because until that point, you're going to have the politicians voting with the NRA.